Hey everybody, Genesis7 here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about Sakura Wars. Now, as a little bit of a disclaimer and a little bit of history, I have never, ever played any previous Sakura Wars games. I really don't know anything about the franchise, so allow this to be a bit of a perspective from a new player. And right off the bat, Sakura Wars caters to a person like me. It has been called a soft reboot of the franchise, and what they mean by soft reboot is that the history is there for people that have played the series. They'll know all the nuts and the crannies of the series, but for someone like me, I can jump into this without any prior knowledge and not really have a problem following the story. So for a little bit of context, what Sakura Wars is about: you play the main protagonist, who is the captain to the Flower Division, and their job is to fight demons that attack the city, based in Tokyo. Really good adaptation of Tokyo in the 1940s. And you are also participating in the Combat Revue World Games. As for gameplay, it is very story driven, and it also has some combat elements. And for players that have played previous Sakura Wars games, these combat elements have changed ever so slightly. I believe it was like a turn-based tactical combat. It is now action driven. Me myself, I am a big fan of this. I'm pretty early in the game. I'm hoping that it expands from what I am playing at the moment, because it's very basic. You got your weak attacks, your strong attacks, your combos. You can jump, you can dash, you can dodge, you can change players. I'm hoping that I can kind of dive in a little bit deeper as I progress with the game. Apart from that, combat in a nutshell, I don't have too much problems with it. I know that before the game went live and it had its day one patch, aiming was a problem, but I've not encountered any of that since the patch has gone live. As for the story-driven elements, it's not really my kind of game, but to be fair, this game has captivated me just ever so slightly, and it's got me on a hook, because it's all about developing these relationships with your division, essentially finding yourself a waifu. I have fallen in love with all of the main characters in the game. I really can't decide who gets the special treatment, who doesn't, but these decisions do in fact impact your team's performance when you go into combat. So if you are really nice to one character, they are going to be pretty awesome during the combat elements of the game, and the rest that you may have not give a boost in morale to may not perform as much. So you really got to think about it and the decisions you need to make on the fly. It's called the LIP system, which stands for Live and Interactive Picture System, and essentially choices are thrown on screen. You got to decide what to do. You could just not answer at all, and again, it'll impact the story, the way the team sees you, and just how they perform in combat. Now, as I just said, that these type of games never usually grab me, but again, the story of this, I'm very interested, and I'm really kind of being very cheeky with my responses to the girls of the Flower Division. Just kind of see what they're like when they get mad, when I sneak up on them, all these factors. It's really nice to play with, and it seems like it's going to really offer some replayability with the game also. Continuing on with gameplay, you get to kind of explore the theater, your base of operations, as well as various locations around Tokyo. Not much to this, but I find myself at every chance that I have, I should talk to everyone, I should explore everywhere. There's little collectibles called, I think they pronounce Bromdies or Bromdies. I probably absolutely destroyed that, but they're collectibles that seem to have little references to past Sakura Wars games or animes, and it's nice to have collectibles in the game. There's also a card game called Koi Wars, and I tell you something, this is a little game that I've become quite addicted to, trying to get the best hands and destroying my opposition, which so happens to be these girls I love, with amazing hands. So there is some extras there. Like I say, I'm very early on in the game still. This is my first impressions. I'm only in chapter 2. Everything that I'm seeing so far is definitely entertaining me. It's keeping me drawn in. I want to see where the story goes next. I like the fact that I really do have a freedom in choices. And again, I just really want to see where this story goes. Now, Sakura Wars has not had a release in the West for quite a while. I think it was in 2005 or something like that, maybe 2010. Don't quote me on that. But it's been a long time, and I really think that this game's going to go under people's radars as well. So that's why I wanted to try and get a video out as soon as I can, but with me having quite a bit of experience with the game, I'm slowly starting to see why this series is truly loved by their fans. I'm going to move on to music for just a second because this game has such a kick-ass theme song. I just love the music in this game. It's really quirky, really kind of fits the vibe of the game, and it kind of gets me interested to see what the previous games were like, especially the one that was released in the West, because there was only one other game that was released in the West, I believe. So it kind of gets me interested, it perks my interest. And, you know, the graphics of the game, as you expect, it's got that very kind of manga-esque kind of anime feel to it. Of course, the anime cutscenes are crisp, clear, and look visually pleasing, so I am a fan of that. And the fact that I got the deluxe edition, I have the option to change costumes that kind of reflect back to previous characters. It just looks very stunning and really cute. I gotta say, it's a cute looking game. I don't know if I can say that. Can I say that? I think I'm going to say that because it is a cute looking game and fantastic music, and the story is scaring me. So I think that's all I really want to cover. And like I said, I want the first impressions because I was going to review the game when I completed it, but I really kind of want to bring this game to the forefront of the channel to let you guys know about the game, because it truly is quite an experience. I think it's definitely worth checking out, and I just want to see where it goes on from here. I may or may not stream this on the channel. I'll leave that up to you guys, but thank you for your time and listening to these first impressions of Sakura Wars. If you like what you've heard, please smash that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It will help me out quite a lot, and until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side.